I have been writing all morning. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So Half Damage, the D&D actual play Curse of Strahd podcast that I run. We are doing our next recording session on a day. I think Friday. I think on Friday. Ooh, should know that. I don't have my phone. Whatever. We're gonna be recording really soon. Really soon. No, maybe sooner than that. Maybe sooner than that, huh? Maybe Thursday. It's Thursday or Friday. One of them. We'll see. Wednesday? No, Thursday or Friday. Anywho. Any the fuck who. But yeah, we're recording really fucking soon. So wait. Get the phone. Anyway. And so I need to do a lot of prep. Oh, hello there, Alfred. Oh, you're doing D&D today as well. Oh, I was just talking about writing up Curse of Strahd. I'm very excited for this next bit. I'm also very bad at knowing how long certain sections are going to take for the episodes. So we've got a 3-hour slot where we can record. And out of that, I will either get 2 or 3 episodes. Probably two. But yeah, so, oh god, and I just don't know how much, fuck. I don't know how much stuff we're gonna need to do. I underestimate the waffle capabilities. Oh, I want waffles now. I know the kind of waffles you mean, but I do want waffles now. Yeah, so in the beginning of Curse of Strahd, like for anyone that's ever played it, there's a part where the characters go to a tarot card reading. And like there's a lot of stuff before that. But they're like, okay, well, you can get to this bit, and then they learn everything. So I had prepped all the way to that point where I was just like, okay, well there's a chance they could get through this in like 3 hours. That took like 12 hours to get to that point. So I was like, okay, I might not need to prep that much. Next time. So I'm significantly cutting down on the amount that I'm prepping, especially because I can foresee some chat happening in the coming episodes. But now the fear is in my soul that all of them will just be like, well, I'm done talking. Let's go to action. Let's just speed through this game. And I'm like, no. I don't know what lies beyond. The book does, but I don't. But no, I'm very excited. Anyway, enough of this. I'm just stalling. Honestly, I'm just stalling because I don't want to get spooked. And we're on the final bit of the letter, so I'm gonna get spooked. Oh, there's gonna be hundreds of dialogue, huh? I'm very excited because, so one of my favorite things with Curse of Strahd that I'm doing, because I'm doing it for the podcast and because I've changed it around a lot, so Curse of Strahd is like, you've been transported to a spooky place where a spooky man is, hello Brilliant, where a spooky man is like, I'm gonna get you. Half Damage, the podcast that I do, is like, you've been transported to a spooky place where a spooky man's like, I'm gonna get you, except not really, because it's all just a game show. And Strahd is fucking Hugh Jackman from Hugh Jackman when he's in Van Helsing. So that's fun. Hello there, Abigail. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing, my hon? So I've messed it up a little bit because especially there was like an explicit part in the text where it was just like this part of Curse of Strahd is like this, and I was like, what if I do the opposite of that? Done. So it's gonna be a weird session. Anyway, oh god, this is gonna okay, there's gonna be spooks. So we are currently Luke. We are this fucking asshole, and we heard some creepy noises, so we're gonna go investigate the creepy noises. This is after we fucking hung out with our haunted ass niece, and so now we're investigating some spooky noises, and we're getting some memories that are not quite our own. Oh god, I have to do a stupid voice. Vague, unfamiliar images, dare I say memories not mine, flash in my head, unbidden and unwelcome. Like a strong hammer strike to the head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. Whatever emotions they hold are muted. I'm nothing but a spectator. Still, its weight feels palpable. Though it doesn't take long for these sensations to get into my head. Through my eyes and ears, it creeps and buzzes in the spaces in between. One after the other, they come at me. The unending, come at me, bro! An unending flood that threatens to sweep me away for what feels like an eternity. Each one a show both joy and suffering for those who have called this mansion their home. Oh yeah, so essentially they were just, for Luke, they were like, oh, look, he's had like a tragic backstory. I'm like, people have had it worse, fuckhead, and they've not turned into assholes. So like, it's like, settle down, Luke, who gives a shit? But this is him like going into the memories of someone else, I guess. My guess being the guy, the master of the house from beforehand that the maid like kind of fell in love with, and the maid turned into a spooky ghost. Okay. Each new scene is like a hammer to the head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. We just did that part. I can feel every little emotion in the blurry images that present itself in my head. They like to reuse the text, I guess. I feel a part of these, like I've lived through them, though I know that's not possible. All their anger burns through me, that much is evident, but the pain even more so. And above all of it are the whispers. The voices calling, luring until the image emerges in vivid contrast with the others. When there's a shout of joy, my eyes snap open, looking for the culprit. That's when the whole room just changes. Oh, everything is the same, yet everything isn't. So, this is Lady Charlotte Ermagerd, who everyone was like, ah, she's a cool bitch. She did a lot of cool shit, including freeing this girl from slavery. But then she was like a jealous bitch because this girl likes this man who looks like him, who's her husband, and this girl is like, let me cut off a slice of that bacon. The bacon being his butthole. What? I immediately didn't like the thing I said. Holy shit. Ew, okay, but still, you know, whatever. We'll go with it. What's that good bacon butthole? So she was apparently a bit of a rampant bitch. This girl went a bit yandere and murdered a bunch of people, and now is now murdering people. Don't know if she did back in the olden days, but we'll see. The people are everywhere, laughing and dancing. I should be concerned about them, but my mind finds it easy to dismiss them as they fade in and out of nothingness. Instead, I find my concentration drawn to a man and a woman, though one can only call them a lord and lady, going by their clothes. And oh, how happy the couple looks. Though the man's eyes are eerily blank, he's not all there. His face is familiar, though. In fact, they both are, though I can't quite place why. The two make for a pretty picture as they dance in the center of the ballroom. Even the phantom crowd's attention stay on them. Reminds me so much of Hannah and I during the early days of our marriage. The honeymoon years, they call it. We were happy then, too. All smiles and the sunshine, even with the normal dreary weather. Younger, we had less to worry about, or at least thought that way. Wished we could go on that way until, even with all that I did and had to do. Like the murders and the rampant cheating on your wife. But life has a way of catching up. There is work to be done. Though we had to stay the loving, perfect couple in public, I couldn't afford to look so weak. To appear tied down to someone else, to those who knew who I really am. I had to harden my heart when I have business, but it hadn't always been so easy to just switch that part of me on and off. Should be concerned about their intrusion too. Ask what the bloody hell they're doing in my house, throwing a party as if they own the place. Ask myself how the fuck I didn't notice what was going on before, when the parlor and the foyer had both been only a few doors away. It's a horrid feeling of envy. I mean, he was literally like, yo, this is an empty-ass room. Yo, ghosts. Yo, these look like ghosts. Why are they in my house? Like, what are you talking about? You know they're ghosts. You know they're ghosts, Luke. Okay. Though I've long accepted I'm a jealous person by nature, I've never felt such a strong feeling of envy as I have now. They were happy with each other, these people, but Hannah and I... Envy turned to anger. Anger for something I couldn't have. But I have the feeling that yelling and screaming at them won't do much of anything anyway. None of the others have given me notice. Realize this might not even be real. You noticed it before when you were like, look at them ghosts! Okay. I realize this might... it dawns on me that these two are the people from the paintings, the ones all over the mansion. You only just... Okay. Look, Luke, it's very hard to understand your brain. Which makes sense. I don't think I'm imaginative enough to make all this up on my own. This must be a dream. Or a really horrible high. Just then, I feel eyes on me as I contemplate the absurdity of the situation, yet I find difficulty in trying to tear my eyes away from the two dancing. I manage, and I regret looking away. Is her head gonna turn around and be creepy? Oh. No, it's just her being creepy in general. It's not her head. Her head didn't spin around or nothing. She's just there, being a creep. Being a creep. The woman from the garden stands beside me. I can hear her rattling breath, menacing and chilling. Everything in me screams to run. Something pins me to the spot as she just looks at me, watching and waiting. The clamor of their voices fill the ballroom. Though they say such welcoming words, I do not feel comforted by the madness I'm experiencing. Their joyous voices turn sinister and foreboding to my ears. The chorus of people that shouldn't exist, threaten to overwhelm me, drown me as I stand on dry land. The music still plays as the Phantom Quartet continues while I stand there, vulnerable and afraid, but the dance has already ended. And I'm afraid I might just be tonight's entertainment. Tension's all well and good until bollocks like this go down. It's definitely bollocks and not bullocks. Still bullocks like this? Who writes it like bullocks? It's bollocks. It's bollocks with an O. Bollocks, right? I'm not going insane, right? Okay. These phantom people watch me, thousands of eyes scrutinizing, though they cheer for my return, cajole me to dance and join the merriment. There are eager hands all over, pulling me in every direction, but they do not move me even enough to remove me from the woman's gaze.
Listen. Can you not hear them as they welcome you home? Your kind. Our kind.
What?
You're one of us, my love. We are bonded by the blood we share.
What? What are you talking about? If I thought the voices were overwhelming before, it was nothing compared to how they are now. The voices are loud, speaking in unison and echoing ever on in the spaces of my head. They welcome me back as if I've always belonged, as if I was meant to be here in the first place. They call me all these titles and names that do not belong to me, and that man's face, the one with the empty eyes, flashes again before me. Once fleetingly, like a new memory having burned itself in my mind. I have to struggle for air when I come back to myself after.
I'm not. This isn't...
Oh, look at his scared face. Look at his like,
whoa, spooky boyed. He's been spooky boyed. Okay.
The welcomes turn to screams at my protest, pained and desperate pleas for my help, telling me it's my duty to stay, telling me I belonged among them, to them. Gentle touch-ins turn near threatening, the warning scratches and the baring of teeth by predators before they truly maim someone. My mouth goes dry as I struggle to speak some sense in this hallucinatory madness, but I don't get the chance as they drown out my voice.
Our lord, my prince.
No, I'm good. At her words, there's a compulsion to stay. Though my heart races in my chest, the fear I should be experiencing refuses to register in my head. Mind and body war with each other, nearly tearing me in two.
Oh, you finally returned to us.
I don't know why they keep taking it away from me. The compulsion to walk into her arms is strong. Whispers in my head tell me to go to her. They say she's safety, she is home and heart.
We've been waiting for so long.
But repulsed at these thoughts, I wrench away and turn with a small gasp. Without hesitation, I start to make a run for it. I nearly falter when an angry shriek pierces the air, inhumane and monstrous. There's our classic boy! Our classic boy! Okay, I don't dare look back. I just run. Didn't care if this was a drug-induced hallucination or not. I just run. Out of the ballroom, and out of the parlor. It's only then that I bothered to look back, hoping and praying to the god I scorn that it didn't pursue me. I would have run all the way out of the mansion too if only someone didn't get in my way. Collide with a body much larger than mine and fall back to the ground, head spinning as I look up at the stained glass. Is it Johannes? Johannes, please? Okay. Or maybe Murder Boy? Hello, Luke heard voices coming from the nearby ballroom. When he decided to investigate, he was assaulted by memories not of his own. At the center of the hall, the same woman who appeared before him the day before. Sick. Awesome. Dope. This is like not long before. This is not long before Ash comes to the house, huh? This is not long before Ash comes to the house. Okay. Turning my head to the side replaces the colorful sight with a pair of shiny black shoes. Fatigue fills every inch of my being then, making me refuse to get up. Meanwhile, a familiar head of ginger hair looks down at me in bemusement.
You really must look where you're going if you insist on running about.
Hiya, sweet murder boy!
Do tell, where is the fire?
Hiya, sweet murder boy!
Oh, thank God you're here.
I do hope you don't have a concussion. Can you count backwards from 15 to 1 for me?
It's going spooky! How you doing, Merrick? How you doing, honey? We have to be getting close to the end. This is us getting close to the end. Okay.
Oh, fuck off, you wanker. Just help me.
Look, I hate Luke with all my being. I hate him. He's the worst person. But he has some banging lines. He has some banging fucking lines, you know?
I do not think insulting me if you do have a concussion is a smart decision. But no, really. 15 to 1.
Oh, you're only a little bit late. Don't you mean? Oh, also, we're on Luke now. We can swear again. No, Ash is our sweet beans boy. Luke can swear all he motherfucking wants, motherfucks. But yeah, Luke's getting haunted as hell. Fucking serves him right. Though the ghost kind of wants to just bang him. Where, like, everyone else, the ghost is like, I'ma kill ya. Ghost with him is like, I'ma fucka. Let's get our fuck on. It's a lot to deal with. Why is everyone all up on banging Luke? Like, okay, let's go. No, wait, wrong one. Let's go over this. Isabella didn't want to bang Luke, but like barely had like a hot second to meet him. Hannah, well, obviously a husband wants to bang him. Zach didn't want to bang him, but when confronted with like his outright racism, was just like, Luke seems like an alright guy. What are you talking about, Zach? Marianne nearly banged him. What are you talking about? Rebecca started hating him, then was like, nah, he's kind of bangable. Shut up. Go away, Rebecca. Ashton, best boy. Hates him forever. Doesn't think that he should die via ghost, but still hates him forever. Luke, it's just Luke. And then Ghost wants to fuck him. Just Ghost thinks he's heavy fuckable. What are we doing here? What is this game? Why does everyone want to fuck this guy? Oh, what happened to Marianne? Marianne, got a little bit trapped in a basement. We a little bit got her Trizity trapped in a busy basement. That was a lot to deal with. And then we were like, oh, and then we didn't know anything about her for 3 days, and I was like, fuck, we got her murdered in a basement. But no, Ash fell into the basement, and Ash found her and was just like, here's some food. We didn't give her any water. She needs water. We gave her a taser. Don't know where she is now. Well, no, we do know where she is. Well, not now, but like at the point in time that we are in the story, she is in the basement still. But the last we left her, like time-wise in the story, she was in a house with a gun. You know. Oh yeah, I love me some Ash. He's our sweet beans boy. My favorite boy, who, well, not really, I don't know. No, Zach's best boy. Zach is best boy. Zach is best boy. Marianne, second best boy. Ash, very, very good boy. Very, very good boy. Very good boy. He's our sweet beans boy. I was like, okay, I like swearing a lot. Ash likes swearing a lot. Let's switch it up. Ash doesn't like swearing. Ash is our sweet beans boy. No swears for Ash, only beans. Okay.
That woman, she was here. I told you to keep an eye out for her.
Wait, Ash has the best what ringtone? It couldn't be along the lines of Sup up, Ash from D-Love City. Bad guys watch out, can't be good for trouble, better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup up, Ash from D. I did this for like 2 hours. Like no, like sporadically. No, Brogan!
Stop!
I did it for like 2 hours the other day, and Brogan was so done with it, and she hates it. Because sup up, Ash from D-Love City. Bad guys watch out, can't beat me. Look for trouble, better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup up, Ash from D-Love City. Baby, let's it. She's done. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just came into the room and like lay down and just softly murmured it for a while, and Brogan didn't like that either. She didn't like a lot of the things that I did with the song. It's the greatest thing in the world. I want that ringtone to be my ringtone. She's gonna move out soon. I mean, like, if you can't handle me at my deluxe city, you don't deserve me at my cool dude. What? Marilyn Monroe. What?
Hi there, Rebecca. How you doing?
I know you would stick around. Oh well, I'm glad that you got to come in and say hi. Oh, thank you. You like the blue lips. I felt like a blue day today. Anyway, we have to get back to the spooks and scares. I got distracted. Spooks and scares. The other man offers an arm and pulls me up to my feet then. But before I can storm off and pull him into the ballroom, he anchors me down with one hand on my shoulder and the other touching the back of my head.
No bruising or bump. That still does not mean that you don't have a concussion.
Look, blue isn't my favorite flavor, but blue is a good flavor. Don't at me on blue.
If you are too lazy to count backwards, can you tell me your full name? Where are you currently?
Blue is a flavor, you motherfuckers. Blue flavor, okay.
We don't have Lucille Mitchell Wright. And this is the Ermengarde bloody fucking foyer.
Foyer!
But we don't have time for this.
You must make and have the time to make sure you are not broken in the head. I have already sent security to scour the whole house when I saw you running out of the parlor, Dummkopf. If the woman is here, they will have her. You will only be slowing them down if you plan to interfere.
When he points that out, I realize that there are guards starting to filter into the house as we speak, with some already searching the nearby rooms. Armed and I thought that said uninformed! Armed and uninformed men go about in pairs, making it so the house is in a flurry of activity. He lets go of me then, with the knowledge that I'm not going to keel over anytime soon.
I was hoping that you would be tired from dealing with the young miss on my return. Instead, you come running and hit your head. Such a troublesome boy. Shall I be carrying you to bed, too?
I mean, sure, Johannes, okie dokie. Let's make this happen. I know that we're in the middle of some spooks and scares, but let's make this happen, Johannes. I know you might be a murder boy, but let's make this happen, huh?
I can manage just fine on my own.
Oh,
Though I don't see how I can sleep until that woman is caught.
boo. What? I didn't say anything about sleeping, did I? A wink. Okay.
It'll be easier to keep you safe in your quarters. This is twice we've known the woman to break in.
Why isn't it living out my fanfic? Why is it not making my fanfic come to life?
I think we can safely presume that you hold her interest.
He says it as a matter of fact in a tone that broke no argument. Okay, sure, whatever. Not like I'll argue if it means I'm kept safe. What happens when a murder boy and a murder boy do a sleeps together? It's a massacre, but like a sexy one. Like a sexy massacre, you know? Like a sexy massacre. Okay, I'm done. Two of us hurry upstairs, so we remain watchful and wary of any potential threats to my person. We make it to the master bedroom without any trouble, though, and two of the security are left outside the door. No problems at all. Not until we get inside. Sexy time! Aw. Johannes's eyes scan the room wildly, a look of dread on his usually stoic face. I don't understand for a moment. Looking around the bedroom, it's empty. Why do we keep swapping between calling him Johannes and calling him Shuriken? Why do we swap between these? Okay. Then I realize...
Where's Hana? She came home with you from the hospital, didn't she?
She's supposed to be here. I sent one of the maids to accompany her here, to let her rest.
I feel the color drain from my face when he raises a hand to stop me from charging out of there.
Stay.
I'm not staying in here while Hana stays out there.
Oh.
One of the guards will find her and bring her here.
Yeah, so apparently the O with the, is that an umlaut? It's like an Wait, it was like an so it's like shuriken, but shuriken. But it does 100% sound like shuriken.
Oh my goodness, those delicious bits. Many thank for delicious bits.
Yeah, it might be his last name, but like, why would we call him by his last name all the time if we, like, why is he down as his last name when we call him Johannes? And sometimes we don't call it, sometimes we call him Shuriken. I don't know, I don't understand. Okay. Blurp. Blurp. That's a hot blurp on that one, guys.
And what if they don't? What if that woman gets to her first? What if she already has her?
That's not possible.
You can't promise that.
Again, this is the only time that Luke Wright becomes like a relatable character. Like that one time when he was in bed and he was like, Hana, stop hugging the sheets, like the person that I see under the covers. And Hana's like, I'm in the bedroom, I'm in the bathroom. And then he's just like, oh, cool, fuck you. Like none of this fucking stupid horror movie like, then who is this? He's just like, nope, stab. There's no second thought as I reach under my bed my side of the bed and pull out one of my knives. I have no doubt that the other man can take it off me if we're both unarmed. Also, this is part of his knife collection. Like, they were like, ooh, Luke Wright has a knife collection of, like, ornamental knives. I'm like, this is not a fucking ornamental knife. This is IKEA's finest. What are you talking about? But with this, I can even the field, or at least deter him from escalating the situation and risk hurting either of us.
I'm going out there to look for Hana. And you're either with me or you aren't.
Oh yeah, he collects
Knives, but again, that is IKEA's finest.
I'm not risking Hana, and I'm not leaving her alone.
They were like, oh, they're ornate. No, IKEA. Still, like a stubborn mule, he refuses to budge from the door. There's a withering look on him as I try to match. Oh yeah, you have to have like 15 bed knives. Where else are you keeping your knives, you weirdo? Okay. One that somehow I'm losing fast to, even with him not saying a word yet.
Can you see yourself in the mirror right now? You are in no proper state to go looking for anyone. If it will make you happy, I will do the looking.
And then he goes out and nearly murders Ash! Okay.
Please, and don't make me repeat this. Stay where it's safe, where security can find you. We already have one person to be worried about. Please don't add another one to it.
Perhaps it's his tone, in spite of his general disdain and virtually everything that has to do with me. Or for virtually everything that has to do with me. I'd like to think that over the years he's grown to care for Hana at least. Much as I loathe to admit this, I trust him with her safety over any servant in his house. So, an acquiesce.
You have 2 hours, Shirokin. I don't think it'll take that long to find one missing woman in this house.
See, sometimes Shirokin, is Shirokin like a title? Like, is that like a title maybe? Like maybe it's a title? It's a municipality in the district of Bregenz in the Austrian state of Vorarlberg. So that's cool. But he's been calling him Johannes this entire time. Why now does it change? And then sometimes calls him Johannes. Whatever.
2 hours. Any more than that, and I'm going out there.
Of course.
Despite his words, he lingers. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he wants to make sure I get in the damn bed and sleep before he turns away from me. Who could sleep at a time like this? I mean, like, even if you're like being like, okay, you should stay in here. If you think he's going to sleep, that's mental. What am I, a child? Watching me and treating me like one? Okay, his last name. Okie dokie. There's a reason why we'll never get along.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And the knife?
The knife stays.
Very well.
Only then does he seem to get the hint. With a nod, he leaves, locks and closes the door behind him. For a moment, I still hear his voice while he gives the guards outside firm instructions, and then a hush as he departs and his footsteps fade away.
What's our new journal entry?
Ooh, that was a special one. Okay. But Johannes Schurken, butler / sidekick. I like it. Bumping into Luke after his flight from the ballroom, Johannes quickly ushered the paranoid man out of his room, while the house's security looked for the trespasser, only to be greeted by a room devoid of Hannah, who is supposed to have arrived with the butler. Blorp. One that doesn't quite last. As quickly as the silence settles, lightning flashes across the sky, followed immediately by the loud boom of thunder. That wanker strikes so dangerously close that I can feel the electricity in the air. I like calling lightning a wanker. You fucking wanker, lightning. Fucking force of nature, little bitch. The power goes out not a second later, and I feel like as if I'm being mocked by whatever greater power there is. All is deathly still for a moment, but soon the rain starts once again. Far heavier than the light drizzle from this morning, its pitter-patter hitting hard against the place's roof. Despite the noise, I find myself drawn to my bed, exhausted, hoping for a little nap in the middle of ghosts. I'm safe here. Hana will be safe too. Shuriken will find her, and when I wake, she'll be here. It does not take long. Once my head hits the pillow, Once my head hits the pillow, in a matter of minutes, darkness claims me. We did not slash I the end of this fucking italicized bit. Bringing with it laughters and whispers of a twisted love from a long time gone.
Who are you?
What the fuck?
Stay away!
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Sweet dreams, my love. It'll be over soon. What the who's this? What the fuck? What? What was that? What the what? What did I just experience? Wait. Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
Who is this?
Stay away!
Who's that? And then this was just nothing. What the fuck? Yet, in spite of the unfamiliar voices and unwanted touches from the shadows lurking in the dark, rousing is a slow, arduous process. Difficult, every limb heavy with lead. No matter my aversion for the words they murmur in my ears or the sight of her horrid smile from afar, my body refuses to yield. I'm at their mercy. Beyond fathomable reason, my consciousness refuses the pull of the waking world, choosing to linger in the pits of a dream, gradually drawing me deeper into unknown depths. Somehow, even if it might mean I may never open my eyes, I allow them.
You do not belong there, my prince.
Not that I mind getting an extra few hours, of course. The bed's more than comfortable as it is. After an exhausting day yesterday. What? Babysitting Kylie and the stress of finding an intruder in my own home? I think I deserve a little break every once in a while, especially after going through all that in a single day. I can only be on the receiving end of so many unacceptable things within the span of a few hours, you know? As gracious a host and person I am, my patience has limits too. Although there's still that problem with Hana. I haven't forgotten about that, of course. That's why I hired Shuriken. Shuriken, fuck me. He's competent enough. He won't even last a day in my service if he's any lesser than those half-wits who think they can deceive me with sweet words. What? What? He's more than capable of working on his own without guidance. Let the butler take care of the little problem with Hana while I... Hana.
You do not need her. I am here.
Well,
We are here.
No, we're good.
This is where your home is.
I'm good.
Where you belong for the blood we share. Why did that one not happen?
Come back to us.
How long has it been since... Johannes has never taken this long before.
Surely there should have been an update by now. Alright?
So why isn't there?
Please don't go.
Bloody hell, the cretins I've surrounded myself with.
What the fuck? What? Why is he just like, oh, the whisperies. Ugh, they're annoying. God. And isn't that enough reason to force myself out of bed? As it has always been the case. What the fuck? I'm not gonna like this, huh? Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. My eyes fly open, expecting the warm rays of sunshine filtering through the curtains, only to be greeted by a blinding flash of light and a loud boom of the thunder, the wanker lightning that sounded nearly too close to my ears. Strong gusts of wind will occasionally burst in from the open balcony door, bringing in drizzles of cold rain into the room. Must have left it open earlier before dozing off. The carpet on the floor closest to it is already drenched. Hana's going to be cross when she sees this. Not that it's an immediate problem. If anything in this power outage, we would be minding first. But the intruder still at large, staring through this darkness, might be far more fatal than multiple stab wounds or a gunshot to the chest.
Oh, great. The power's still out. That is exactly what I need right now. Yes.
Is this storm, of course. I should have moved back to the penthouse to weather it in a much more comfortable setting. Already I can hear the creak and groans of this old place as the rain beats against the windows.
Johans! Has someone been sent to take the circuit breaker yet?
No answer.
Johans?
Silence.
Shuriken! Someone! Anyone?
Still nothing, and my cordial mood is quickly dissipating.
Where are those idiots when you need them?
It's really a wonder he hasn't fixed this yet. Was I really out that long? Can't be. It's only been a few hours after midnight. The time on my wristwatch is anything to go by. Unless I've forgotten to change it again after that last overseas trip a month ago. Though the delay is understandable if he went looking for Hana as he promised. But bloody hell, my safety's also at stake here. Cursing, I stay still, letting my eyes try to adjust to the darkness while my hands fumble for my slippers. That butler isn't going to fix this. I may as well order the security posted outside to do it. It's probably just a blown fuse. Anyone with a brain can repair one. Grabbing my jacket and with footwear finally on, I make for the door. Although in haste, I pause briefly when a gleam catches my eye. On one of my drawers, underneath the clutter I've yet to organize, the muzzle of a gun peeks out. Han has never openly commented on my possession of it, but I know she doesn't approve of it. Knowing the bloody firearms policy in this nation. You mean none? You mean none firearms? You mean the firearms policy being do not? The policy being do not? Of course, I've not found much use for it in the 7 years we've been together. Otherwise, she would have already had thrown it out years ago. Doesn't mean it won't be useful right now. Without second thought, I seize it, sending the stuff piled above it onto the floor. Whatever. Hot whatevs. That's a hot whatevs. Laters, bitch. This blackout problem should be resolved first. Right next to my missing security detail, as it turns out.
Where the fuck did everyone go?
Same-o. Well, there were two, weren't there? Shrugging as the two blokes posted to stand guard for the night. Might be panicking for a bit earlier, but I'm quite sure I haven't gone delusional yet. What, did both of them decide to take a break? Because they think the master's already sound asleep and won't be looking for them?
Damn nitwits.
Damn nitwits. Damn nitwits. Okay. I know assassinations happen very rarely these days, and even less in a peaceful city like Luxburn, but bollocks! They did bollocks right then. Okay. They wrote it in bullocks before, and that was weird. There's been a woman going in and out of this place uninvited who may or may not want to put a knife in my back. Isn't that enough reason to stay on alert? Fairly certain Shuriken won't just enlist their help for this power outage, only to leave me unprotected. We have a difficult friendship, so to speak, but I doubt the man is an opportunist. I'm holding the lives of his family in my hands after all. What? Sorry, you're what now? Sorry, you're what now? You're holding what now in a what, hey? You're holding the what now in the wizardy? You're doing the whiz what? You're fucking tugging my dick off for what now? What do you say? What? But hello there, Infinity. He's just like, what? He knows what I'm capable of doing. He's not stupid enough to do anything that will endanger them and save only himself. You're like, fucking what? Are you like holding his family hostage? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god! If so, where then? Only my footsteps echo along the dark passage, and I'm left gripping the handle of my pistol for some sort of comfort. Without proper lighting, the storm still raging outside, the stories I've heard about this place seem to have some truth to it. Some. If I'm reaching and wish to entertain myself for a bit, I'll say there might also be ghosts whispering in my ears. Bert calling. Of course, it's just the wind and the trees rustling outside. Nothing good will come of allowing these thoughts to linger when problems are piling up in front of me one after another. Especially with what greets me when I get to the foyer. It's your boys, it's your boys, it's your boys again. It's your boys. Okay. Where are we?
What?
Oh, Johannes is already like... God, also this should definitely be before this. This should definitely be before this. This comes before this. This definitely comes before this. Okay. Luke Wright woke up to a storm raging outside, and with his whole house eerily quiet, power was still off and his butler was nowhere to be found, even when called. Taking his gun with him, he went outside to investigate in the foyer of his own home.
Well, that means.
Though it's dark, the large windows illuminate the area much more easily than any of the other rooms. From where I stand on top of the stairs, I can easily make out their forms, recognize them even. It's all gone crazy when these intruders come into my house. I'm no stranger to a cop playing dirty. The smart ones knew that neither life nor criminals are going to play fair, and would have won... I'm not saying it! I'm not saying it! Absolutely not, you racist cunt! I refuse. Hey, I hot refuse. Fucking Christ. One of this guy's sort. My God, kill me. I'm not surprised too. Oh my Jesus, I hate him. But Daisy too. What will Kylie think of her Miss Pink if the poor tyke finds out about this? Not to mention Mint. Hannah trusted her. I trusted her to be a professional at the very least, for fuck's sake. To top it all off, they have the nerve to look surprised when I announce my presence.
Well, well, what have we here? If I were any less sober, I'd say this is the beginning of a joke.
Bloody trespassers, what's wrong with these people? Did they really think I'll be fine with them walking into my home like this? What are they even doing in here? If I didn't know any better, they might also be behind Hannah's disappearance.
That's right, my love.
No, let's hot not. They must have a motive.
Make them pay
Oh, let's hot not. It better be a good one.
all the wrong they've to us.
They've what? Sorry, one more game with that. Oh, no, we can't replay that. We can't replay that because they know it was wrong. Or a bullet to the head is the least all of them will deserve.
Let's see. A photographer, a high school teacher, and an interior designer walk into a mansion.
Mansion. A mansion. Thunder cracks once again, cutting me off. This time, the sound hits close enough that it nearly feels as if the windows and the ground itself are rumbling. All is deathly still for a moment. I don't let it stop me, however, as I slowly make my way towards them, taking one careful step at a time, relishing the expression of fear in their eyes. I suppose there's something ominous in the setting, with the heavy rain outside. Heavy rain! And the lack of light here. Kinda like it if I'm gonna. Kinda hot, right? Okay. Add something to the atmosphere. Suppose I must look like the villain now. Now? But short of me getting close to them, a noise to my left distracts me, briefly halting my movements while curiosity takes over every murmur, just murmur in my head. It's a good thing, perhaps, that I did, because as soon as I look up, I see him. Another trespasser, great! Just as he's about to jump down from the furniture that somehow ended up piled and blocking the door to the parlor. What happened there? They really think it's all right to do that in other people's house? Lout.
Teach him, my lord.
No, I'm good.
Put him in his place.
My hand's already moving before any rationale can stop me. Fingers firm at my gun when I finally release the safety from it and take aim. Not at him, but at his friends. They are his, aren't they? Why else would they be in here together? Doesn't matter. He won't let the people he cares about be harmed. My finger on the trigger is more than itching to shoot, but I hold back. Sure, I could have simply taken aim at him, but more than seeing him bleed, I want to see the expression on his face once he realizes everything he's doing is futile. He's trapped. Lives are in my hand. His life in my hand.
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two. People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
I can tell the exact moment the realization dawns on him. Short second of his body freezing and the blood draining from his face. As soon as his feet hit the floor and he looks up. Oh, we're at this again. He's already a prey. Trapped by his own recklessness.
Pathetic.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about the photographer over there then? You were the photographer, right? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is?
We're doing good, by the way. Why do they...
Please, sir.
Oh, please, what?
I didn't even... I skipped over it so fast, but oh my Jesus, they did not. The fucking name. Oh my Jesus, I fucking can't. Oh yeah, it's Marianne. Marianne's not having a great time. She's been trapped in a basement for days. How fucking dare you, game? Oh, I'm gonna barf. This racist pile of cunt. Jesus Christ.
Rebecca's right, sir. Something ain't right here.
Jesus Christ. Jesus titting Christ. But maybe we can make him a bit relatable. Kill me. Fucking
He ain't
kill
harm
me.
you or anything. We're just here to help.
Fucking kill me. Tut tut. Not a good excuse, especially coming from you. Let's simplify it. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight.
Don't worry. I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman.
It's heavily racist. Ugh. That's what they called those the little blackface dolls that they used to sell of just like, hey, you too can own your little black person doll. It was her. It's heavily problematic. Heavily. How fucking dare.
Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Sure. Oakley dokley. Just a passing remark, of course. I'm not stupid enough to do something that'll bring negative attention to myself. You kill people a lot, Luke. Reputation and all that. I can't just risk it. Thought of having dead bodies here, ones that I'm not even responsible for, the ones who trespassed. It's already quite too much. It would literally be overkill, especially for someone like me. Nevertheless, joke or not, Feathers wastes no time in drawing his own gun at the slight wave of my own. Why is he Feathers? Okay. Even if he knows it's already too late. Still, he glares at me. Still, he fights back.
Now, Feathers. Manners. You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
There's no desperation in him like I'm hoping. Just an annoyance flickering shortly before being hidden under a challenge. The likes of him are the people I hate the most. Even with their failures already glaring down at them, mocking every worthless move they make, they have the impudence to stare people in the eye.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall! You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
It's his kind. Annoying most of the time, and a damn pest you can't be rid of. But to some degree it is. Oh, it is commendable. I'll give him that. After all, we're almost the same in that regard. Almost. I'm still the better person, of course. Duh. Fucking kill me. He tells me to put the gun down, but I see no reason why I should. I'm a homeowner in defense of my own home. I have the right to, I'd like to think. Questionable permit of firearms aside. It's not like I wanted this, but I'm already high-strung and their presence does not help. Bloody peasants. Why? I can never seem to figure out how their minds fully worked. You lived on the streets when you were a child. What are you talking about? You essentially lived on the streets and you scraped together for every fucking penny you earned. What are you talking about? What do you mean you can't figure out how their minds fucking work? It keeps going off with that's why I feel like they just slotted the backstory in there after the entire game was done. You should you shouldn't hate him completely because one time he was poor. And then this. What do you mean you'll never figure out how your mind fully works? It was you! Oh my god. Take this one, for example. Despite the pride brimming in him, how he matches my glare with one of his own. He simply lowers his pistol after a long second. Not in surrender. The tense set in his shoulders tells me as much. The closest he can get to lowering his own ego in favor of something I can't quite place. Interesting. Gotta admit, I'm almost disappointed.
As you should be, my lord.
Yo.
I've expected to hold on. I expect him to hold until one of us shoots the other. Can't say I'll be more exciting that way. A bullet inside any part of my body isn't something I'd like to have on a bad day like today, or any day for that matter. But surely it'd be predictable of him. And I like predictable. They're the kinds of people who are the easiest to deal with, no matter the situation. With them, there's no second guessing what they'll do. He shoots, I shoot. One of us dies, the other walks away. Nothing complicated. Nothing requiring much brain power, just muscle memory and who's the better shooter, end of story. Yet here he is, dragging a deep breath in and setting aside the only thing protecting him. I can easily shoot him this way and be done with this whole farce of a conversation. Instead, I find myself listening. A concession for a person who, in another life, I would have also become the person I am today, if circumstances had allowed it. I don't know where they both got this conclusion from. I don't know where either of them got this conclusion from, that they're like the same person. I have no earthly idea where they have got this conclusion from. It's nothing. It's nothing. It makes no sense, and I don't understand it. Damn shame. Might have gotten along. Why? Why do you think that?
I need you to.
But alas.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker.
No, Beans! Mother Beanser!
So many times already.
You bean's head! You bean head!
In fact,
Dang it.
I can easily
Look here,
shoot you down
fucker.
right here, right now.
It's still a great line. Look here, fucker!
You won't be able to do a damn thing.
Big ding dang thing!
Gun.
A meeting of two prideful blokes will never go well, whatever lifetime it is. Woo-hoo. I can only laugh at his audacity, his lack of shame and fear even facing the business end of my pistol.
You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
Why do you believe this? Okay. The best truth I can offer him. Not many people, those who've slighted me in particular, live this long to see it.
You should be grateful. You're already gracious enough, allowing him to stand in your presence like this.
Ooh, don't like that, don't like that.
Yes, especially when he has a lot to answer. Preferably right now, because as generous as I've been so far, my patience has its limits. My amusement can only last for so long. In 2 steps, I'm standing in front of him, grabbing him by the collar and resting the cold muzzle of the eagle against his temple.
Luke, no!
This is gonna say the thing I don't want it to say again, huh?
Hey, now you two.
Oh.
I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
He's got a name now. He's got a name now. He's got a name now. He's got a name. He knows his last name now. Interesting. Cool. Okay, that's improvement. What? He'll end up a pretty smear on the wall this close.
Teach this loud a lesson.
What is it that you people really want with me? This is the 2nd time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend me? Or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers?
Why is he called Feathers?
Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
And he knows it. Of course he does. Hitman or not, he's been trained, judging purely from his stance. But not many bother to be as cautious as him. One glimpse at my handgun's safety earlier is all it took for him to see I mean business. Similar, too similar. But two alike in so many little ways, it's funny. Why? Why do you believe this? Oh my god, okay, sure. You know what, fucking sure. Down to the fact he doesn't even flinch, no matter how heavy the threats of my words are. Even knowing how one flick of my finger on the trigger will be enough to end this sorry life. Should have caved in by now, started begging like so many others before him. Instead, he throws more vitriol, adds more kindling to a fire already burning.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Igniting it further like that, I can't help but return it to him with equal fervor.
We don't need him, my love.
Why, you insolent!
We both decide to move in that moment, our bodies tensing, each of us racing to get ahead of the other. However, before we can even get a head start, a voice unexpectedly rings above the chaos about to ensue.
Luke, help me.
The start of the laugh. I've always been cautious and careful, cutting off trouble's head before it can escalate if I'm able. That's why I'm able to deal with the likes of Harvey, Suarez, and Johannes. For all who we are, for all the enemies and the likes of us can make, such a thing has never happened before, because I do everything to make sure it didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't work. To see Hannah in danger, don't quite know how to feel or what to do. All the times for there to be a hostage situation, if this even is one, why now? Good fucking God, what's going on here?
Help me. Please. Please make it stop.
We're in uncharted territories again. Okay. I think death would be preferable to my sense of self-preservation was shot to high hell. It would deprive me of choice and responsibility in the matter. I don't want to think about how fast my heart beats, so that I hardly hear anything other than my own heartbeat and her pleading.
Please. They're in my head. Screaming. It hurts so much.
This is the uncharted territory of nightmares. Okay. What do I do? What can one do against someone holding your wife in their hands? With a woman that looks more monster than man. When her expression turns to one of amusement and her horrific laughter fills the air, I'm torn apart. This is my fault, isn't it? Hannah's in danger because of me. Everybody I love always ends up hurt or worse. And even when I chose to let her go, she's no exception. Hannah's unbroken begging makes it all the more painful, because I still love Hannah. I really do. But will I really endanger myself for a woman who might not love me back anymore? Still, something in me dies a little when that woman laughs as if this is all some sick joke. Her smile taunts me, filling my head with laughter and rage until I can barely think over the cacophony in my head. The way the woman looks at me, it's as if she's watching, waiting for my next move.
Please. Someone. Anyone. Help me.
This is crazy. And I don't know what I should do. I know for a fact one shouldn't aggravate a hostage taker. There's no winning an argument with someone who holds a life easily taken. But I need to do something right. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. Oh my God. I don't know. Oh my God, I don't know. No. I have no idea. Okay. No, I have no idea. No, because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So like, Devan has released, like, yeah, because like, you know, it's our wife, and like, let my fucking wife go, and if we're just like, meh, then it's like, okay, you shitlord, sure. But at the same time, this woman is just like, why do you care about her so much? Why do you care about her so much? Stop caring about her. Why do you care about her so much? Stop caring about her. So if we're like, let her go, they might be like, oh, so you're always gonna love her? Okay, I guess, and just like snap her neck. No, I have no idea. If we look back at the script, you shouldn't aggravate a hostage taker. There's no winning an argument with someone who holds a life easily taken, right? Right, that has to mean we have to keep quiet, right? Right. Because like, obviously because like we want Hannah to live, and we want to like be like, no, let my wife go. But the ghost is not being like, oh, you want me to let her live? Okay, here you go. Here's your lovely wife. She's just like, fuck you. If you don't want me, you don't get anyone. Snap that neck. I think we have to keep quiet. Oh shit. But what if this is the wrong answer? And Hannah's just like, okay, cunt lord, and dies. No, we have to keep quiet. We have to, right? Oh shit. Ooh, that went negative. Oh God, but maybe oh shit. Maybe it goes negative, but like, She won't die? Maybe that's okay? Shit! Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, okay. No, we're sticking with it now, I guess. We're sticking with it now, I guess. Shit. We might have just killed her. Fuck. Christ, okay. I want to rage and scream, but my tongue feels fuzzy in my mouth. The fight is gone from me and I can't sound out any protest. Anything I try to say dies off in my throat, and I'm paralyzed by the way the woman looks at me, the way she has her hands around Hannah's neck. Perhaps it's for the best I keep quiet anyway. No, for a fact one shouldn't aggravate a hostage taker, right? There's no winning an argument with someone who holds a life so easily, taking those of what. Okay, we already did that line, but okay. Though, is there any reasoning with a monster? She looks far too gleeful, far too deranged to be all there. The way she laughs at Hannah's reinforces the thought. When did this all become so fucked up? A strangled cry racks my body as when Hannah truly starts to beg for her life, and I only stand there, coward without a tongue or the slightest hint of heart.
It hurts so much. Please, someone help me.
She's cut off as the woman's fingers tighten around her throat. No! To think that she's heard her pleas, to find out she's with children. Does she feel what? Think that she's heard her, to find out she's with children? What? We've not heard that. I mean, like, she's been morning sick and I had a bit of an inkling, but we don't know that. What? Sorry, what? Sorry. Does she feel nothing? So heartless to hurt children unborn as they may be? We've not done what? What are you talking about, game? We have not heard that in the slightest. I'm not crazy, right? I mean, she's been feeling sick and like I was a bit like, oh, is she pregnant? But it never like said anything. Luke wouldn't know when, what? Are you, what? Yeah, they never mention it. They never, like, yeah, that was the thing. Like, I suspected a little bit because like she kept feeling ill, you know? But like, they never mention it, and much less they don't say anything to Luke, being like, "Oh, she's preggo." What? Okay. A hush settles over the room as she speaks up. Her voice is but a whisper and deathly slow, and I'm hard pressed to hear it over the pounding of my heart in my ears. She speaks, the woman from the gardens and the servant girl from the ballroom, from the hallucination, vision, memories, whatever they were.
Why do you not speak up for her?
I don't know, because I thought it would make you kill her, but I guess that's wrong.
Surely you must have some affection remaining for her.
I do, but I thought that would make you kill her. I was trying to do the good.
Is there truly no
No,
love
I
left?
still, oh God. My throat runs dry and I'm scared speechless once more. Shame floods my cheeks and it becomes difficult to even look their way. I do still love her, I really do. I have myself to think about. No, I was thinking about her. No, fuck you, I was thinking about her. No, it twisted it. No, it twisted it. I thought, no, come on, please don't kill her. Don't kill her, come on. Come on, man. Rushing headlong to situations isn't the best way to go about things. This is some fairy tale, not some knight in shining armor. I don't think I even qualify to be some dashing prince. Nothing but a coward who only looks out for himself. No, I was trying to do it to look after her. Shut up, game. Game, that's not what I meant. Fuck. Oh, God. Please don't kill her. Seems she's found what she's looking for. She has no further use for Hannah. No! A hand on Hannah's back sends her falling down the stairs. I move to catch her, and that sends us both sprawling on the floor of the stairs. At the foot of the stairs, even. With my back to the ground and her on top of me, the pain doesn't even register in my head. Please. Oh, she's alive. Okay. See, I thought that it was... I only did it because I thought it would save her. I only did it because I thought it would save her. Unwilling to risk Hannah's safety, Luke kept quiet. Yeah, that's it! That's what I was doing! 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 Unwilling to risk Hannah's safety, Luke kept quiet to her disappointment. Although the woman eventually released his wife, there was anger and contempt on her face. All of a sudden, the whole house shifted. In a blink, the blood and gore was everywhere. We've not got to that part. Why would you put that in when I don't... Okay. All I can worry about is Hannah as I pulled both of us off the ground and away from the stairs, away from her. Seems as if my sin was too grave, my blunder too big. She can only look at me with disappointment and betrayal on her face. Just be with Marianne, girl. Marianne would have spoken up. She's not, but whatever. Though she doesn't completely shy away from me, the hold she has on my arm is light, ready to let go of me at a moment's notice. Right? It's saying two different things. Like, part of the game is like, oh, we know what you were doing, boo. And the other part of the game is like, fuck you, fucking noob. Fuck you, noob. Fuck you, noob. Much like I had easily let her stay as a hostage. It's only fair, I hope. I'm nothing but a coward in her eyes. A sorry excuse for a man who can't even muster up courage to protect his wife. And cowards cannot be trusted.
I'm so sorry, Hannah.
No, that's not what I was doing.
I was so scared.
What are you sorry for?
That's not what I was doing. What? What do you mean?
It's not like you were ever there for me to begin with.
Oop. My blood runs cold at her words. The hollow emptiness of her words ring true. We nearly forget for a moment.
You do not deserve what you have.
Oop. Hearing her voice triggers something in Hannah, and she starts to tear up. Her face contorts into one of pain and fear. I grab her by the shoulders to keep her in place so that she can see me and only me, so that I can only see her too. She squirms and fights against my hold, even as I try to reassure
Look
her.
at me, Hannah. Look, I'm here.
Think Hannah's reaction could have been different here if you didn't make them dislike each other? No, but before this they were like on equal ground. Before this they were on equal ground. They were like on like they're normal.
You're safe. I won't let her hurt you again. Do you understand? Just breathe.
Oh my god. I don't know what exactly the bloody hell is going on, and I can't find it in me to care. Whoever these people are and whatever they're here for, it's not acceptable. For all I know, there's some dumb charade to get to me. All the times I've seen the woman before could have all just been an act to get to me, get under my skin. What? And to think they dare hurt Hannah. For all that the fear that I felt seeing her touch Hannah, I can only think of her as an actress in grotesque makeup. My hand still shakes, the fear not having quite gone. The anger fills me as I look at the woman, a sneer on my face.
How dare you! I don't care who you are, but how dare you touch Hannah! I want you out of my house, out before I call the police and have you put away for the rest of your miserable life! And that goes for all of you!
There. I held my ground, firm and strong in my declaration. With the nerve of her, she just laughs in my face. A terrible, dreadful laugh that makes me fear as if there are ants crawling on my skin and maggots squirming into my ears.
You are telling me to get out of your house. You threatened to lock me up.
She laughs and she laughs. I mean, I don't think that was a 0 to 100. I think that was like 99 to 100. We're in a tense sitch. It's not like Isabella who was just like, hey guys, how are you doing? How dare you say that you like me? Go away! I was like, oh, okay.
What's so funny? What are you laughing at? None of this is funny!
She persists and it almost feels like a voice is in my head.
No different. No different. You're all the same. You can all suffer together.
And that's when everything turns to complete and utter shite. Oop. Oh god, where would Isabella have been? Where would Isabella have been if she was in this? Would she be back here? Would she be like back here? Would she be like Over here or like over here? Where would Isabella have been? Would she be like here? Where would Isabella have been? Oh, God. It's a slow thing, a whisper more than a bang as the darkness creeps into every corner of the room. Walls shudder and groan, blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls and stains the floor. Feels as if life itself is being sucked from the house slowly but surely. The beauty of the place is gone, with only the dead, decaying remains of a mansion left in its wake. I don't have to wonder if it's just the foyer that's become this nightmarish place. I can already hear it. Gone are the growling thunder and the lashings of rain against the foyer's high windows. It's all been replaced by a more grating sound. A cacophony of voices from nowhere and everywhere echoing throughout the now horrid walls. Voice that neither belongs to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
All throughout the house, shouts of alarm and surprise ring out, a mirror to the horror creeping up on each of us. Who wouldn't be shocked? This is insane. Even Daisy, feisty woman that she is, trembles at the sight of it, while Steel and Feathers stand protectively in front of her. Brave of them, I have to admit, to put themselves on the front line like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't feel the same fear as the rest of us. Something I don't blame them for. There seems to be no end in sight to this insanity. If anything, this only feels like the beginning of the end.
Help me! Oh my God! Please, somebody! Anybody! Who are you? Stay away!
No. Stay away. Stay away.
We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
No. Their screams fill the mansion. No, was that Isabella? She laughs all the while, a harsh, agonizing sound that goes on for what feels like forever. Until there's nothing but silence, a horrid smile and pale hands reaching out to me, calling, beckoning, pleading. I'm terrified, I really am, like I should be, but I've never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. Cowering in a corner doesn't keep me safe and will not keep me alive, not like rage does. I've learned to use this burning hate inside of me to survive. There's no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share? This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay.
What?
Together with me, with us. With people no different from you.
What?
What is she talking about, Luke?
Good cue, no A. Good cue, no A.
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone. Hannah, you're the one who bought this house.
Luke, not the moment.
How should I know what she's babbling about?
Babbling.
I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
Terrible case of mistaken identity, that must be it. Quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say that to someone like her? Wait, was he involved in the killings? Oh God, okay. Even in my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to mere two people, Hannah Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those who claim I promised any to them can go fuck themselves. Bloody hell, I may enjoy the company of women, but I'm not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. Line must be drawn, especially if I'm to keep myself alive. Yet she goes on, insists, making me appear a liar in front of these people.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten?
Yes!
You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
Oh, he was a wanker.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed. Still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us.
What?
Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes? Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again. Her hands a gory, abhorrent sight, along with that smile spread across her face. My body's already moving on instinct, stumbling back one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her. Anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house, out of this country preferably. There's nothing for me here, not anymore, nothing to keep me tied to this place. With Hana planning to leave me, Shuriken likely taken by this woman, nothing's left to bind me to this wretched city. Fuck. I can leave, I can...
Careful, Luke.
My foot steps on something, steadying me sliding on my back flat on the floor. Beside me, a paper, familiar one, flutters down. It's this thing again, from the open house. It feels like less like a gimmick and more like a threat, what with recent events. Must have fallen from one of the peasants in the commotion earlier. For a moment they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wildly keep their opinions to themselves, leaving the damn thing to simply bear its grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me. Help me. Help me. Is this it? Is this what they've been telling us? Why everything in my life has gone to shite because of some stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I'm not willing to accept. Not any time. From the top of the stairs, the creature moves again, drawing my attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her. But I won't give her the chance. I'm not dying here, and I'm certainly not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in despite the panicked gasps and worried glances from Daisy's friends. I pay them no mind as I reach for the main door and, without warning, it slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I'm expecting. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, driving every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us from upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love. You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
I thought we all fucking died. Oh my god. So, okay, what I'm guessing is that, like, because, like, there was a whole, like, oh, I don't have anything left for me here, because, like, Hana is leaving me and things. So I guess you can just, like, I don't know, something better happens if, like, the whole Hana leaving you thing doesn't happen, you know? And you're just like, no, I have to stay here for her, you know? But, like, there's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room and I'm on my feet, I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement, using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 6 of us in this room. 3 of them friends at that. Yeah, you could probably get Luke to sacrifice himself, right? Ugh, lame. Cannot trust these people not to turn on me. Bloody hell, even Hannah's giving me the same looks as them now. Though Mint has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself. Can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. Can't trust anyone. Not anymore. Not after this. Everything that I've built has fallen apart. Not because these people came into our lives.
You! All of you!
God damn it.
This is all your fault!
No!
If I'm dying to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me!
Okay!
Luke, please put that knife away. This isn't going to solve anything.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here. You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, or this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened!
But it's not the letter!
Is your life all that matters to you? What about these people here? Don't they have the same problem? What about me, Luke? Do you even
Shit!
care?
I just yanked the fuck out of my ding-dang, my audio. Oop. That was awful. Give me it back. Give me my audio back. Blorp.
Are you taking their side? You're also stuck in this nightmare, Hannah.
Oh my god.
That creature is out to get us, and you're still defending these people.
I'm not defending anyone, Luke. I'm just trying to be reasonable when you're clearly not.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just the one who bought this bloody mansion to begin
My
with.
god.
If I didn't know any better, you did this on purpose.
What?
Why, no. Why would I ever do that? This was only meant to be an anniversary gift.
Baffling, Luke.
For you. For us. For the family we're going to have.
That we only just learned about.
Right, anniversary gift. Oh, here's your gift, darling. Oh, by the way, there's a curse included in that package. I hope that's all right.
He's got some bangers.
Are you really that eager to get rid of me, Hannah? Because if that's what you've been meaning to do all this time, you might as well just put a knife in my back while I...
Suddenly, Hannah steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand, whatever. Said knife slides uselessly under the table out of my reach.
He's lost all them marbles.
Before my mind registers what's happening, a sharp blow explodes on the side of my head, sending me reeling backwards. Good game of the year! 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 When was this made? When was this made? 2016? Game of the year! Game of the year! Most recent Soul Fist, feel the brunt of Hannah's power. Game of the year! Game of the year! She merely stands before me afterwards, without even batting an eye, glaring at me as she might just rip my head off this instant. Do it, bitch! Sometimes I forget.
Don't you dare, Luke. Don't you dare imply I've ever thought of you that way.
What? Okay, weird. Okay, sure. Weird follow-up, but okay. That Hannah's never the weak woman I believed her to be. Get it, Hannah! How did I come to think of her as such? She used to be someone I can look up to, isn't she? What? Tenses are hard. When you look at her now, the way she stands tall, facing a man like me, the same way she's done all those years ago, can't help but think, am I not responsible for taking that part of herself away from her? That's not how that should be written, but okay. Enjoy your time as Mrs. Luke Wright. What a bunch of shite. Figures why she wants to leave me.
And these people are only trying to help us.
Oh, of course, by barging into our home. Are you really going to trust them to save your life? These peasants who brought this pox upon us.
Keep talking about us like that and see if any of us here will keep you out of this place.
The gall of these people. Bloody peasants. My head's already aching just listening to their attempts to defend themselves. Do they all take me for someone with half a brain? Should have just stabbed them all and made a run for it. Doesn't help that with each second that we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. One of us in particular. Amidst this, the Führer. The Führer, whatever. The Führer. I know what that word is. I know that word! Mid suddenly stands. I've almost forgotten she's here, her ramblings having faded away in the shouting. Without warning, she snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right then and there, I guess. But the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that.
It's this thing's fault!
It's not, though!
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got! There were children! Victims! All because they had no idea what this thing will do to them! Oh God, those poor souls! They were screaming and begging before This cursed thing has to go!
She's losing grip with reality, she is. Crazy woman is the last thing I want to deal with, for fuck's sake. Whole world has already gone bonkers as it is. The voices have also become louder and somehow sounding more vicious. If the things in this room start floating, mark my words, I will fucking flip out! Luke, you're fun. You're like the worst person, but like, fucking, you've got some banging lines, my boy.
There we
God, this is so far. Ooh. Furious, paranoid, and trapped in the mansion with people he barely knew, Luke Wright threatened to take them down with him. Luckily, before the hysterical man could harm anyone. They may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Can't let that happen. Fuck, I still have so much to do. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. And what else is the source of our problem but that sodding letter? Burning this doesn't seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shite about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Mid may have a point, as questionable as our judgment is right now. Whatever works. If I also have to be the one who make that bloody decision, so be it. It's an easy decision to make, especially with those cries growing louder. Getting tired of it, really. Simply have to act fast, think fast, and what else is the root cause of our problems but the letter? The mansion, maybe! No need to make things more complicated. It started from there, why won't it end there? Why does Marianne still think it's the letter? She saw the video that was like the kids being like, let's add this, huh? What if what Mint said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before anyone can think of passing it on to someone else. Before the situation can stretch on far too long for my taste, I snatch the blasted paper away.
Give me that.
For a second she appears offended until I take out Mum's lighter. The sight of it shuts them all up. I have no need for their opinion. The next moment I'm already setting the letter on fire. Ooh, I very much enjoy this. Look at this nice picture. Look at this lovely art. This is gorgeous. Okay, back to the horror game. It doesn't take too long for the thing to catch fire. It's old, for heaven's sake. I make sure none of the ashes end up on anything flammable. Be an inferno inside this study with all the books and documents stored in here. Not that a big flame's anything to worry about in this case. In fact, in a matter of minutes, no choice. I mean, like, I'm assuming this is just gonna be like them being like, yeah, it's not the letter, dumbasses. The damn things turn to ashes on the floor. Nothing left to burn, though. The fire dies, fades into thin air within a whiff of smoke, leaving only the awful scent of burnt paper in the room. But as the last of the paper turns to cinders, a sharp, agonized wail echoes from somewhere in the mansion before quickly dying out, taking with her the horrors she's brought upon this mansion. Nope! Nope! Slowly before her eyes, the mansion changes again. Nope, don't trust it! Fuck off, not a chance. Not a snowballs. Not a fucking snowballs in the fiery pits of Satan's asshole. Fuck you. Blood fading from the walls, ceilings, and the floor, returning the place to its old beauty. Gone is the darkness, quickly replaced by the artificial lights in the room. Even the smell of blood and gore has completely disappeared from the room. Perhaps the only thing undesirable left are the dumbfounded looks they're giving me.
See, wasn't that easy?
Achievement unlocked. Are you shitting me? See, it was easy, damn nitwits. Oh, this is very good. Yeah, this horror, this creepy music that's still playing. Fuck off, Luke.
For fuck's sake, you people need to get your heads checked. How did you all make it this far in life with that kind of thinking? Well, you can all thank me later for this.
I'm so excited for the ghost to fucking come and eat his dick right now.
You may now show yourselves out of my property before I call the police on you simpletons.
Eat his dick? I walk out of the study without a single glance back at them, more than eager to finally get fresh air. They can find their way out of this house, out of this place, I'm sure. Better not catch them again here, though, or I'll not be happy. Shut up. Absolutely shut up. Outside, there's only silence. Deafening. Still. Same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside. And with it, from the wide open windows, is the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxburn's countryside. As nearby, the trees sway and rustle in the breeze, a passing draft that carries even into this room from outside, cold enough to make me shiver. The remains of a storm that has passed. I'm sure this journal won't give away any spoilers of everything going tits McGee, huh? Knowing the letter was the source of this entire fiasco, Luke Wright agreed with Marianne McCulloch and started burning the papers. Soon enough, the blasted thing turned to dust, while the mansion returned to its usual state, freeing them. It's over. I don't believe that at all. Shut up. In the distance, I can hear the soft chirping of birds, while the rest of the world stirs and wakes. Dawn at last. We're free. What? No, in no way. No! Are you shitting me? If that's actually the case, I'm gonna be mad at this game. If all they ever had to do was destroy that, especially when they made a big deal of the letter not actually being, like, the cause of it. Right? Oh my god. Oh god, epilogue voice, I guess. For undisclosed reasons to the public, the mansion is put back on the market months later, while Briar Realty Corporation faced criminal charges filed by one Luke Wright. After the news of the lawsuit broke out, and the realty company's declaration of bankruptcy, rumors quickly spread across Luxburn City. But for those who still believe the stories of the old, of those who know the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets the Ermgard mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time those will be finally revealed, only the hallowed halls of the mansion know. To this day it stands silent. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing of voices within. Cries and wails that fill the night and desperate calls of help for anyone who dares listen. And for those who once tread its halls. I am so... No. No. That's a... No. In no way. Because the letter isn't the reason that they got cursed. It's the mansion's reason. The mansion is the reason. Oh, I bet we have to do some true ending bullshit. We have to do some, like, true ending bullshit while Isabella's there, huh? Fuck. Unable to settle their differences, Hannah Wright eventually files for a divorce from Luke Wright. For several months, they've become the subject of gossips in the mass media in the city. In spite of this, the two have uncharacteristically remained tight-lipped on the circumstances of their separation. Though many assumed it's the inevitable falling out stemming from the trouble during the couple's housewarming party. To everyone's surprise, however, Luke Wright quietly accepts the court's decision and disappears from the Evans heiress life, without creating much fuss. Even after Hannah Evans has given birth to their children months later, which is just a thing that they sprung on us, the man is rarely seen around the family, merely leaving his children paltry gifts in the mailbox wherever he's in town, never showing his face. With the Wright couple's separation also comes the Wright-Evans conglomerate split-up. Although the Wright enterprise still manages to do well in business with Evans Incorporated back as a competitor, other tech league places its CEO in the company under legal spotlight months later. What? This time, however, with the then Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence, oofy doofy, the businessman isn't able to escape close scrutiny. An investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Ashton Frey, all of Wright's Enterprise's illegal business dealings within the past 10 days come to light. Although his involvement with other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector. Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down. Oddly, when Luke Wright steps out of his office one last time, there's only a small smile on his face. To avoid public outrage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. Ooh, what's the achievement? What's the achievement? Abandon an already sinking ship. Alright. All of his bank accounts been emptied, including his Luxburn apartments, leaving not a single trace or clue where he might be hiding. The last anyone seen the man was on board of a flight bound for Ireland. No! Don't fucking stalk Marianne! Oh god. To this day, no one has heard from him. Not even Hannah Evans. Even his people from the old Wright Enterprise have all been left to deal with the aftermath. Though over the past few months, after the situation's calmed, some have made claims of spotting him flitting in and out of the city. If only to check on those he left behind. Following the company split. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, look at how happy she is. Her own woman. Find your own feet and stand on your own after years of living in the shadows somewhere else. You know what? 10 out of 10. Best ending. Best ending. Hannah gets her shit back together. Fucking best ending. Hannah in charge. Fuck you guys. Following the company split, Hannah Evans reestablishes Evidence Incorporated, becoming its CEO like her late father has always wanted for her. Though a bit out of practice and doubted by many people at first, the Evans heiress quickly finds her bearings and proves to be every bit as talented in the business as her parents. Soon, under her management, the new Evans Inc. flourishes, becoming one of the prime investment and finance companies in Luxburn City. Months after the recovery, Marianne McCulloch heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter of the past she's left hanging for so long. There she visits Lorraine's grave, asking for forgiveness from the girl she once loved, something she's intentionally avoided for years. Though the terror of what she's witnessed inside the Ermgard mansion still clings to her, she bravely chooses to move on from it. Turning a new leaf by focusing on a new branch of her interior design company and leaving her interior design company at Luxburn in the hands of her secretary instead. Though she never returns to the city after, she's frequently seen visiting to check on the people she has become acquainted with in her years there. She never returns, but like, she frequently visits. Okay. Having finally accepted herself, she won't deny she's in a happier place now. Good girl. Girlfriend, did we get the lesbian? Did we get a... Okay. Despite making the Ireland branch of her interior design company her focus now, Marianne continues to cater to the most avid patrons in Luxburn when requested. And after her work on the Ermgard mansion, Hannah Evans has never trusted another to handle the design for any place she owns. Upon moving back to the Evans mansion after the divorce, what? Oh, the Evans mansion. Okay. I thought she was going back to the mansion. I'm like, no, you sold that. Fuck off. Marianne's name is the first thing she calls, and the woman is quick to fly back to the city at the socialite's summons. Not only helping with the decorations of the old place, but also assisting with the renovations, much to Hannah's delight. Since then, the two women have kept close friendship and business relationship. It's just gals being pals! It's just gals being pals! Often they can be seen going around town together when Marianne's in town, and the Evans heiress can be heard recommending the designer to her peers during parties. Some even may go as far as to say Hannah Evans confided with Marianne McCulloch during the tumultuous time of her divorce with Luke Wright, and banged, and now they're together. They were at full, right? Yeah, look, they were full relationship. We couldn't have made them any more girlfriends. We couldn't have made them any more girlfriends than we made them. Oh my god. Whatever the case is, one can't deny both women have found a confidant in the other. Fuck you, game! Fuck you, gals being pals! No, wait, no, look at my beautiful boy. Oh, she swooneth! Boy, you're looking like a snack! Okay. With the help from family and friends, Zachary Steele is soon able to open a photography studio of his own. Something he's only ever dreamed of having as a child. Though he still hopes to get back to making indie films someday, client work and small project have kept him mostly busy. Hectic as it may be, you can only be glad for the amount of work going on. I'm so mad they're not girlfriends. I'm so mad they're not girlfriends. It's made moving on from the incident in the Ermgerd mansion easier, if not faster. But while there are still nightmares, with the support of his family, his doctor, and his own drive, the dark images have finally turned into pleasant dreams. He's aware he won't ever truly forget, but he's no longer running away. At times when he's not busy or after a hard day's work, he thinks there's another story for the big screen to be told in that. An idea he may soon turn into a reality once his time affords it.
Oh.
In the months that follow, Rebecca Gales becomes a prominent researcher with Luxburn's major academic circles, especially after writing what she discovered about Anselm Village and the Ermgerd Mansion. With help from Professor Andrew Clark, who still skeezes me, she's soon able to secure funding to continue her research, presenting her findings yearly at local and international symposiums. Now at the tail end of her current study, she hopes to publish her first book, correcting all inaccuracies with the city's current history. A move supported by both colleagues, students, and friends alike. Though she knows she still has a long way to go before she can even begin to change people's minds about it, Professor Clark has warned her as much. She perseveres, doing it not for herself, but for the sake of a history the future generation must never forget.
Oh.
No matter how disturbing her experience with the curse may have been, she remains the worrywart she's always been. Even after what she's seen, she continues to fret over the people she cares about, sometimes much to their frustration or embarrassment. But if there's one thing that has shifted, it's her relationship to the people in their group, in their little group, particularly with Zachary Steele. Oh, what happened? What? Oh, no, wait. No. I mean, yeah, we got him. We got him higher. We got him higher. Okay. Sure, yeah. We got higher on that. In fact, on numerous occasions, she's been spotted dropping by his new studio, bringing the man food on days he's swamped with work. They also seem to have grown more comfortable around each other than before. Maybe it's born out of their shared experience, or maybe they see each other the way they see each other has simply changed naturally due to years they've known each other. Look at this snack. Look at this snack. Oh boy. Regardless of the whys, it's a change the man welcomes and appreciates. In return, he strives to return her kind gestures whenever he can. For all the horrors they've seen, who would have thought something good would come of it? Although not seen as frequently with his friends recently due to work, Ashton Frey finds the time. He sometimes helps out Rebecca with her research. Mostly just to help her bring in research materials. Despite Rebecca's old feelings for the man, they remain good friends to this day. She never brings it up again after the night of her confession. I hate that we've not got to Isabella. I hate it. Once is enough. While she still cares for Ashton as a dear friend, thank you. It's clear she's already moved on from her childhood crush. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Finally accepting it as a part of her life that's already gone by. Much like everything that's changed between them. And with this acceptance comes a more selfless person who genuinely cares for her friends beyond any selfish feelings she used to cling to. Looking back at it now, she realizes that how things played out is certainly for the better. Thank you, Jesus!
And she doesn't like look at his little pony. Look at this little ponytail. Ugh.
Not only for others, but also for herself. Aw, look at these cuties. Look at these friends. Yes, this is what I want. Following his success bringing the Luxburn firm case to a close, Ashton Frey receives a recommendation for transfer to Luxburn's lead agency against organized crimes. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor to the late Chief Inspector Inspector Lee, Abigail Harris. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway, and a bigger chance at ultimately bringing Luke right to justice, Ashton Frey accepts. He still warns the people close to him against Wright and his associates, but only a friendly reminder now more than anything. Though he does worry, believes they're wise enough to know what they're doing and trust their judgment. For now, he's decided to leave the evidence and the law to speak for itself and take care of the man once the proper time comes. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy, sometimes taking him away from the city he grew up in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time he never loses his drive. Simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose close to the rush and excitement he dreamed of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up. Especially to those that who he knows that genuinely care about him, for him, whatever. He still has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of the people who are still with him, those who have chosen to stay, he hopes that there will come a day where he no longer has to hide behind his own lies. A day where he's no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. Oh god. Isabella's not made it, huh? Isabella's gonna be in that coma forever, huh? On his days off, Ashton is usually seen loitering around Zachary Steele's studio, either to help him out on one of his pet projects or exasperate the other man on purpose. This is a very good shot. Look at this good scene. Either or, mostly the latter. At certain times, he'll volunteer to model for one of Zach's projects in spite of the photographer's reinsurance system that's not needed. Hey, look, I can just like, I can model for you. I really do not want that. Like, I cannot tell you how much I do not want that. No, I can do it. It's fine. It's no bother. It's no bother. Regardless, Ashton insists before complaining how meticulous the whole process is hours later, much to Zach's utter amusement. Though sometimes they may get into small, trivial arguments, things have stayed cordial between the two. If anything, the ordeal they've gone through merely strengthened a friendship the detective didn't expect to find in anyone. Shit. Got an achievement. Dwindling hope. Optimism is the only thing they can hold on to. Cool. Cool. In spite of the huge changes in their lives, Rebecca, Ashton, and Zach never forget to visit Isabella Santos. Bringing little stories they have no idea she ever hears, but tell nonetheless, carrying a small prayer that they won't lose her. When they can afford it, they also help out her aunt in caring for her. Something the woman appreciates, knowing she can't be there for the sleeping girl every hour of the day. However, though they want to remain optimistic on Isabella's chances, it dwindles with every failed attempt of the doctors to bring her out of her coma, and each passing day the girl stays unconscious. How dare you, game? Amidst the constant beeping of machines in her room, optimism is the only thing they can hold on to. How dare they? Come on! Fuck! Come on! Oh. Oh, that was awesome. I mean, okay. I'm still calling some hot bullshit on the letter getting destroyed made it all fine. I'm calling some hot bullshit on that. Like, okay, yeah, they're probably not after credits, but like, that's some hot bullshit because like, okay. Like, first off, there was like all the people who went to the house that just like went crazy and died, you know? And also like, it was like the kids added said this to 5 people thing, so that was nothing. And like, yeah, the main thing, okay, the main thing, you know, was that, Rebecca went to the mansion, but like to try and pick up Isabella, had not seen the letter at all. Not seen the letter at all. She'd only been in the mansion, but heard the creepy ghost crying. She heard the crying, right? Without ever having seen the letter. So the letter couldn't have been the fucking actual reason why they were seeing everything. And like, yeah, they did say like, oh, people still think that they hear they hear screams and shit coming from the mansion. So like, that would kind of imply that it wasn't actually a thing. But the fact that they just like got out after that feels weird, right? That feels weird to me. I cannot believe Isabella never wakes up. Aww. Weird. Aww. People can lie. The ghost of guilt and sorrow. Oh my god. Oh, this is Marianne's song. This is Marianne's song. F just no, Rebecca's alive. No, it's Isabella. You're thinking Isabella. F respects for Isabella. Oh, Isabella. This is a song that that Marianne was singing. Have to pay your respects for Isabella. Oh my god, I can't believe they allowed us to fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thanks everyone for playing. Hope you enjoyed the game. It's been a fun part of the production. I really hope the team's effort to incorporate what we suggested. I hope you see somewhere again. Love you, Kylie and Baby Cheated. It was a wonderful experience. I love the oh, I didn't read that. Oops. Oh no. As an avid horror fan, I remember the incredible parts. Thanks for playing the letter. For everything. Oh, so like, did Marianne's voice actor actually perform the song? That's excellent. Hannah, best plot and backstory. No, Luke X Isabella, no bye. Hannah X Isabella. Ooh. I couldn't even get, fuck you guys. I couldn't even get Hannah fucking with Marianne, even though like everything. She was divorced. They had full love. Okay. Oh.
Teal? Where are you, Teal? Teal? Please? She's here! She's still here, Teal!
Yep, that feels more like it. That feels more like it. Yo, that feels more like it, huh? That feels more the fuck like it, huh? They're trolling. This feels more the shit like it, huh? Yeah, no, I know I didn't get the true ending. I'm guessing true ending needs to be like Hannah and Luke stay together, probably, right? Ugh. Hannah and Luke stay together. Isabella is not in a coma. Okay, I'm guessing, yeah. Luke and Hannah have to be together. Isabella and Ash need to be together, probably? Or maybe at least she just needs to be alive and there. Oh my god, how dare. She was your friend!
Help me! Please!
Ooh. Holy shit! I did not need to see that! They just cold clocked snapped a child's neck! They just cold clock snapped a child's neck! Oh, I'm not gonna get over that for a while. Holy shit! They just dead ass snapped her neck. tale. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool shattered fairy tale ending you gave me. Thank you. This is where we last left it, I think. And then we're like, oh,
You three! This is all your fault! If I'm...
blame everyone else, and then we're like, oh, we have to just
Don't
like...
you dare, Luke.
Okay.
Last I checked, we're not the one whose hands have been stained with his wife's own blood.
And what about your friend over there? Are you saying she is responsible for this mess? For the lives this sorry letter took? Dragging other people into her own problems just so she could save her little sorry self? You think I haven't seen that before? Getting real tired of your double standards, Daisy!
Real tired.
You know this curse is an entirely different issue from what you've done, Luke. Because, knowing you, I don't doubt that even without that blasted letter, you would have eventually—
Rebecca, stop! All of you, stop this!
Yeah, Lily, speak out loud. There's some stuff going on. Oopsie doopsie. She's supposed to be meek. Never struck me as fitting an estate agent, and now there's a meltdown. Uffty dufty. Wait. Okay. Oh god. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff.
Without that damn piece.
Okay,
We
we have
still
to know
would've
that the
ended up
paper isn't the thing. Okay. Okay. Oh god, there's
Ow,
so...
sir, you're hurting.
Luke, will you—
Your friend is hiding something.
Okay. We're looking up at the paper.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure about it.
Okay,
Don't
here we go.
give me that. You
Here
know
we go.
something.
Here we go.
Ow! Please, sir.
Yes!
I know the paper's useless, okay?
Oh my god, thank you! Isabella, get it, girl!
Those people they mentioned in the news lately, all those who died.
This is the ending. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for.
The open house clients.
This is what we've been waiting for.
None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead.
This is what we've been looking for. This is the true ending we've been waiting for. Okay.
I should know, sir. That letter has been with me since I picked it up.
Yes, girl.
And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to
This
my
is the ending we've been
friends.
looking for.
Or anyone.
And yet we're all here. Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
We would have ended up here either way.
Yes, girl.
Maybe? I really don't know.
Come on, girl.
Sir, please.
Put it all together.
All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening. There's something else.
This place.
Yes! Steele's been quiet this entire time. The sound of him talking, however whispered it is, still manages to catch us all off guard. We all pause, turning to him with likely the same question in our eyes.
What?
I mean, I just remembered
Yes,
something.
yes.
You know, stuff about ghosts, or curses. You probably don't want to hear
I think I want to hear it more than anything. Yo, Zach, I think now is the exact moment when we should super hear about this, you know?
No, it might be something. What about this place, Zach? Maybe
I've abandoned the
it's
hat.
also the reason why
I just need to be in the
why
moment.
Ash went here.
I need to be in the moment. There's still a moment of hesitation in him, but the mention of the dead friend appears enough to spur him into speaking.
Remember what I told you the last time you and Ash visited? A few days ago?
Pause while he allows Lily to remember. Soon enough, whatever it is dawns on her face and lights up with something like hope. Of all things in this nightmare, hope. Her head snaps up as she reaches for Steele's arm to give it a squeeze. Reassurance or a confirmation? Meaning's lost even to Daisy, who glances at them baffled.
Belle, what are you—
Becca, it's this place. Think about it.
Then they proceed to tell some ridiculous narrative about the supernatural. Seriously? Seriously? We're not... Sorry, we don't believe any of it. We don't believe any of it. Your dead-ass motherfucking wife is standing in the hall. Oh my
I think
god,
it's just
kill
like
this man.
what the professor guy said. Just like that old story. This mansion and some other thing might be keeping her here. You know, something he wanted in life, but never got to have. Something like that.
Guess who it is? It's Luke!
Or maybe it's not something, Zachary.
Kill him. Someone. The who doesn't have to be uttered out loud. There's only one person in this room who that woman calls for. Every single one of them has heard it. Bloody hell, it's in the reluctant shift in Daisy's eyes when they flicker over to me, though only briefly. She's also holding information on her own. Perhaps a realization she just had. Doesn't matter. I know when people have slowly started to turn on me. How do they think I last in this cutthroat world? Betray them before they do the same thing to you. Put a knife to their back before they can act. Kill or be killed. Survival in a nutshell. Why do they think I put Hannah out of the picture before she can cry and help and ruin everything? You see. You see. Oh, we're here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. Oh, shit, this is it. Oh no, this is it. What now? They're gonna throw me at the creature, see what happens to save themselves? I'm no fool.
No. You're all in on this, aren't
Shit.
you? Of course. Of fucking course.
Oh my god, this is it.
Luke, that isn't what I.
My hands are already on the door, pushing it open before she finishes. Betrayal or not, this isn't anything new. They may and may not be thinking right now, but eventually, trapped in this nightmare, the first thing to do is put a distance between us before a plan even hatches in their minds. There's 3 of them and only 1 of me. I have to get out of here. Find an exit to this place or find a way to get rid of each of them. But karma, the damn thing, seems to be at work here. So when this door swings open and I barrel into the next room, there's only a reminder of the blood I've shed. Of her. Them.
You don't have to do this. You can still have it all, Luke. Just please, don't you love me?
It's not only her sobs I hear, but his, hers, and theirs. Never know. We've already done this bit. Suppose I'll get my answer now. I killed them. It's their blood that stains my hand in this room.
We would have been so beautiful.
By my own doing, I've ended all of it, before anything has begun. Now the blood drips from every wall, pooling at every inch of the floor, leaving a sorry mess at the hem of my pants, with every step I take into the room. Like the cold, suffocating embrace of my sins, the dread from the sight creeps up my limbs. Slow and unhurried, twisting and turning. Up and up it goes until nothing but a sharp, guttural cry escapes my mouth and a realization. It hits me like a gut punch, setting my knees buckling and the rest of me sprawling. Behind me, Daisy shouts, a worried cry, running into the room and placing a comforting hand on my shoulder. Following after her, Lillian Steele, lingering by the doorway to that room. Hannah's little nursery, or at least supposed to be one, until things in this place gone haywire. Can't even bring myself to look at it.
Are you all right? You bampot. Don't just run off like that. We don't know what's going on in this house.
I forgot how they say bampot. You know, our favorite Scottish phrase. Bampot. Oh my god. With the sharp timbre always present in a bampot. You fucking bampot. You fucking bam. Don't be a bam. You bampot. Like, I feel like, I mean, it's supposed to be said with like bampot. Like it's I mean, I guess it's right. It's just like her saying it in an English accent, but I've never heard a not Scottish accent say it. And also normally people just say ya bam. It's like, yeah, you just normally call someone a bam. You're fucking bam, you are. Along with Anna's and the distinct cry of babies somewhere. How many people have died here, I wonder. How many of them are still trapped here? Because it isn't just that creature's murmurs and pleas that I hear. It isn't just my wife or the life she carried in her. Hundreds, thousands of them. Not that it matters now, when I know I've also doomed Hannah and my own children to this nightmare. Somehow, out of everything, it's the thought of them trapped in here that sets me on the edge, sends my stomach churning and bile rising up my throat. And slowly, laughter. I also laughed back then, didn't I? The moment my eyes had seen what was to be of that room. Days later, Shruk and asked if I'm happy, that bastard. Suppose I have a clear answer now. There's no happiness in this. Despite the chuckles and the giggles spilling forth, there's only a hollow void.
I don't deserve them, Daisy! Any of them!
There's only one way to fix this. I don't know. I don't know which one's it's supposed to be. Which one's supposed to be? I have to look it up. No, I have to look it up. I have to look it up. I have to know which one it is. I have to know which one it's supposed to do. Oh God, this is it. This is it. This is it. Oh my God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh God, oh God. Wait. Oh God, I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. Wait, is it Luke? Run out the room. Just. No, 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 no! I don't know. I don't know which one I'm supposed to do. What the fuck? Where it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Wait. No. What? Oh my God. What the fuck? Wait. Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know which one you're supposed to do. Check the tree. See if it has two paths. Oh, it might just be the same path. That's right. That's right. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. It might just be two ways to one end. Oh, it looks like it might just be. Okay, it might just be two ways to one end. Yeah, it's two ways to one end, I guess. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, God. I mean, I did save. I did save. I did save. Leave. Do one less shitty thing in your world. One way to correct a mistake. Mistake. Is it even one? This isn't what I want for myself, to have everything. Money, power, hell, even women. Don't I have that freedom now and so much more? I married her for this. This has always been the plan, and things not been derailed. Get rid of the dad, marry the starry-eyed heiress, acquire the company, make her disappear. Make it appear like a terrible accident. Clean, efficient. Yet somehow it feels wrong to use that word. I loved her, didn't I? This is a sin, more like. Perhaps it's one that deserves an equal punishment of death. Life for a life sort of deal. Payment for the countless other lives I've also ruined and ended to get where I am. There used to be satisfaction in this, in getting what I want. Now I only feel remorse.
This is going to get me. No matter what I do, isn't it?
Luke, we can't stay here. We have to find a way out. We have to...
Go.
What? What are you talking about?
You heard me, Daisy. Go. Leave. Have you also gone deaf now?
Sir, is this about what we said? Forget about that. We're not leaving anyone here. Ash wouldn't want that.
As if I give a damn shite about him. He still pisses me off. If anything, he should be the one thanking me. I'm saving his friends. Suppose I should make note of that. Keep something to keep in mind in case we're ever going to meet in the afterlife. Provided we end up in the same place. Crap I've done, I'm likely to end up on the 7th level of hell. Funny how easy it is to think of these things when your death looms over you. Or maybe it's simply because I'm getting old. Not that old, but it certainly feels like it. Done a lot of shitty stuff in my lifetime. Maybe this one time, might as well do some good. Pushing myself off the floor is a struggle on its own. More from a metaphorical weight off my shoulders and the pain in my limbs or this headache. No backing out now, I suppose. Even if Daisy doesn't quite understand what I mean. There she sits, looking up at me with nothing but worry. Wonder if in a different lifetime we could have been friends. No! I'd have been born into a more decent family. Okay, well, if you go that far back, when Damien Wright took me away from the slums even before I'd learned how to use a knife.
Daisy, do fetch me one final drink, would you?
Fuck off, Luke.
There's a stash in that dresser beside you.
She quietly hands me one as I've requested, but only after a look of protest flickers across her face. I look at anywhere but her, fixating on the colourful glass bottle she's handed over to me, before I pop open the cork and take a swig. Or rather, a huge chug of the stuff. There's some delight when I feel a delightful burn in the back of my throat and realize that it isn't exactly wine I have in my hand. Whiskey. How quaint, how fitting. Explains where the rest of the alcohol is.
This isn't the time for some booze, Luke. We're still stuck in this bloody nightmare. A little sense of self-preservation from you would be really nice.
Such a nag. My god. Unpleasant to the end. Don't think Hana would appreciate me drinking in our room either. Or at all if she has anything to say about it. Probably say something scathing and witty like,
You might as well shoot yourself in the liver, Lucille. Really now.
she'd tell me once about it once we see each other again.
You, Steel, isn't it? Make sure your friends make it out of this place in one piece. It shouldn't be too hard for you, right?
Wait, what about you?
For all the weakness he displays, at least the man knows the right questions to ask. And that's exactly when it dawns on Daisy, her concern quickly melting into an expression of horror. Any other day would have laughed loudly at that, to think she cares, I'm almost touched.
What are you... Don't be ridiculous, you ball bag!
We got one more in before we finish! We got one more bow! Oh, but she did say ball bag! Wait, did she? Wait.
What are you... Don't be ridiculous, you ball bag!
I mean... Redemption! This is the true redemption arc! This is the true redemption arc! It's not Luke! Luke isn't gonna be redeemed for shit. Fuck off, Luke. You don't never get redeemed. The real redemption was Rebecca saying ball bag right. This is the redemption story we all deserved! I'm gonna cry.
You're kidding, right? Look, Wright! Mr. Wright, there must be some other way.
This isn't going to solve anything, you numpty! You're just giving her what she...
You're allowed to say whatever you want now.
Daisy,
You said it right.
Rebecca, do me a favor and watch over Kylie for me. The Rugrat shouldn't be allowed more than one glass of parfait a day. Her father spoils her too much.
Why don't you do that yourself? I'm not a godparent, you are!
I had to stifle the giggles that threatened to spill uncontrollably. Not yet drunk, I might as well be. Losing my mind, maybe.
I'm afraid I won't be able to. You're going to have to apologize to her for me as well.
True redemption arc!
You see, Daisy, where I'm going, there's no coming back from.
A smile. Then I'm dousing the whole room with the remaining liquor before a word escapes their mouths. They can only watch. I can tell they don't approve of this, but what can they do? It's my house. I can do whatever I want with it. Doesn't take too long for Steele to catch on. He's seen the ugly side of me more than anyone here. Still reluctance in him, of course. The man remains soft even for people who have openly hated him. Hesitation in him, and even as he's pulling the two women away from the room, quickly ushering them through the doors that should lead them into the hallway.
But Luke, we can't...
Go on, Daisy. There's nothing left for you here.
Long moment of silence, conflict and pain flashing fleetingly across her face. Never did get along much, Daisy and I. Though right now, I'd like to think she'd come to care for a rotten bloke like me the way she might do for another friend. Fuck off. Unable to meet my eye, perhaps out of some uncalled for guilt, she simply reaches out for both my arms and gives a light squeeze. And then, in a voice so low and whispered,
This is what you want.
Not a question, merely a statement, a fact, one that deserves equal honesty. Funny, never been the honest sort.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We're sorry.
The look on Daisy's face before Steele closes the door behind them? Odd. No other word for it. It's the same one my own mum gave me, along with the same words. A gift, I considered them back then. Never understood the use for it. It's not like she didn't take care of me like a mother should. Eleanor Chandler did more than that. But seeing such a strikingly similar expression on Daisy, I understand it now. It's not for her misgivings as a mother. It's for all the what-ifs, could'ves, should'ves. Things I'll never be because it's far too late.
I'm sorry, too.
Under the room's low light, the amber liquid gleams tauntingly where it's landed. On the floor, the bed, walls. And every dresser splatters reached. Brighter, of course, when set alight, but I don't wait for it to spread. If I'm to die here, this place also has to go. Burned to the ground with every sin and horror it hides. Suppose this is the closest I can get to atonement. Without a single glance back, I take the rest of my liquor stash from the dresser with me and heading instead to the door to Hannah's nursery. Opens to the study before, though with how fucked up this place is, I'm not entirely sure what I'll find next. One thing's certain.
Somebody. Anyone. Help me. Help us. Luke, please. Our children.
Somewhere in this house she waits. I allow her voice to lead me, following her cries and pleas. I go douse each room. Oh god, music. Go to douse each room I pass with alcohol and set it ablaze. Not a comforting thing to hear, but certainly a better sound than an agonized wail. Amidst the gore and the horror, it's the closest thing I can cling to, including the stray thoughts that somehow chosen to surface. Short bursts of memories I've been fond of, more than I care to admit, either out of fear or embarrassment.
How about Botany Bay, Luke? In Kent? It's gorgeous there.
I don't know, Buttercup. Don't you think it's a little too far from here? Remember, I still have a company to manage.
Well, it won't always be that way, yes? And maybe we can also get a dog.
I suppose.
So, someday?
Someday, Buttercup. Someday.
In truth, a half-hearted response, spoken out of ignorance or some sort of complacency over the kind of life I assumed we'd have, or I'll have. She was never meant to live past the second year of marriage. She has no idea how tempting those paltry dreams of hers now. A little house by the beach, dog, children, her, the vast expanse of sea before us. She was right. We would have been so beautiful. But as the whole of this place smolders, so do those. When I run out of liquor, I simply drop the bottle and take off one of the many take off from one of the many nooks I've stashed one. There's no lack of it in here. Hard stuff, shorts, the watered down kind, gifts from a different relative, friends, so-called friends, you name it. I'm sure there's always one within reach. Hannah called me out on this numerous times before, telling me I had a problem. Always told her she doesn't know the half of it, before I was completely dismissing her concerns.
Don't worry, what? That woman.
Unpleasant to the end. Right now, however, give anything to hear her say that again. If only for the last time. Each room I pass and burn, the place becomes easier to navigate, as if it's slowly righting itself, returning what it's supposed to be. Soon I find myself standing before the door to the attic. In the bedroom nearby, the strong odor of burning wood, cloth, and varnish alike wafts from under the door, slowly filling the hall with a thick black smoke. Hopefully, Steele is able to get his friends out of here before it's too late. Blaze already started in earnest in every part of the house. I can already feel the heat seeping from the rooms I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames engulf the whole house. But there's only one more place left. Upstairs, where her cries echo from. My feet fall hard and heavy against the old steps, steep, rickety thing that should have been fixed during renovation. Suppose it's only fitting this is where I make this march, trapped in the highest point of the place as the rest of the world burns to the ground with me. Final fall. To death. To her. For some reason, nothing about this scares me, no matter how much I've dreaded this kind of end in the past. It's only a calm, stillness. Same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside. Even as I open the door, I'm greeted not by Hannah's warm embrace, but her cold, chilling smile. With the reality of this, the terror doesn't take hold and sink until my knees hit the floor and I hear a whisper in my ear. In a voice so familiar, yet different, reverberating inside my head in soft murmurs and sighs while her arms come from behind to rest across my chest.
You came home to us.
I guess hoping to see Hannah here is already asking far too much. Perhaps something I don't even deserve in death. Yet tears flow freely from my eyes despite the disappointment. Nothing but lightness and air and the feeling of finally being released from shackles that scrape me raw. because at the end of this road is her. And I think this is it. This is how I die. Gradual descent to the abyss as everything around us goes up in flames. Behind me, the window blows out from the heat. But above the piercing sound of shattering glass is the rustling of trees against a light breeze. Passing draft that carries even into this room from outside, cold enough to make me shiver, strong enough to fan the flames further. In the distance, I hear the soft chirping of birds. The rest of the world stirs and wakes. Ever so slowly, darkness gives way to warm morning hues. Soft rays of the morning sun, together spilling through the window, stirring a distant memory. Laughter and a tender voice I long to hear one last time. Thank you.
I did not do it for you.
Dawn at last. Woo! Oh! Oh! And she's free. Team unlocked Dust to Dawn. What the fuck? The final memory fragment! The final memory fragment! Flames engulfed the mansion that night. Whispers quickly spread across Luxburn City after the incident. Officers who investigated it deemed the tragedy of the Ermagerd mansion an accident. An unfortunate outcome of a long-rumored domestic dispute between Luke and Hannah Wright, killing innocent lives. Those who still believe in the stories of the old know the truth. It's a testament to the curse and the secrets the Ermagerd mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time those will fully be revealed, only the ashes of the now ruined mansion know. However, on nights the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing voices where it once stood. Of cries and wails that fill the nights and desperate calls of help to anyone who dares listen. As for those who remain, Zach decides to give the movie industry another try this year. This time, he brings a tale of a harrowing experience under the shadow of the Ermagerd mansion's curse. Help from Rebecca Gales and Isabella Santos on production, he's able to bring it to life 2 years later. Like his first foray into the indie scene, it turns out to be a blockbuster hit, gaining him accolades and several award-winning bodies, whatever. Though the film was brought him considerable success and opportunities, Zach claims it will be the last film he'll be making, marking he merely wishes to tell the tale. Decision he's yet to change his mind on, much to his fans' disappointment. After the clamor of the movie has died down, he quietly returns to his freelance photography business, living a simple life in the same old apartment away from the spotlight. All the same, he dedicates his film's success in the honor of an unnamed friend. I'm gonna cry. Determined to disclose the truth, Rebecca Gales writes a book detailing Luxburn City's true history. With the help from Professor Andrew Clark, she pieces together every omitted information from current accounts. Charlotte Ermagerd's role in the city's foundation and the truth behind the very woman who built it. This, in spite of the professor's stern warnings against bringing those to light. Charlotte Ermagerd has always been revered by the people of Luxburn, after all. Sure enough, upon publication, it causes a huge stir. Though considered a masterpiece by some, even becoming a bestseller, it's also met with harsh criticisms by Luxburn's academic circles. Others believe it is an attack on the city's way of life, outright condemning it. It doesn't take long for it to reach controversial status, and mere months after its release, the book becomes subject of litigation. As a result, it's since been withdrawn from the shelves by the publisher. To date, Rebecca continues the effort to bring it back to the market, knowing its worth, the war that she seems to be winning in time. Doing it not for herself, God, I'm gonna cry, but for the memory of a dear friend whom the book has been dedicated to. I might cry. Months after the incident, Isabella Santos has suddenly found the courage to pursue what she truly wants. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, with their blessing, she quits her job at Briar Realty Corporation and takes a scholarship offered by the local university. Slowly she gains recognition, both in local and international art scene, for her vivid depiction of death and suffering. Although continuously lauded for her talent, no one knows quite why she's chosen such a dark subject. She's kept mum about it throughout the years. Perhaps the closest answer the curious will get when she's asked is the slight shift of her eyes and the wistful look that crosses her face. Quiet glance towards the painting of a young man in her studio. I hate this. Her best known work, and strangely the only one from her collection with an honest portrayal of life. I'm gonna cry. From the Ashes. And it's only during those short, candid moments that she ever smiles again. I'm crying. Oh my god. All that remains as those who remains live to tell the tale. Though now busy with their new lives after the curse, Isabella Santos, Rebecca Gales, and Zachary Steele remain close friends. A bond only grown tighter throughout the years. Even after so long, Ashton Frey's loss is still a grief all of them carry. I'm crying a little bit, look. And on the same day where it became known as Ermagerd Mansion tragedy to the public, they always make a point to meet where he lies. Once a year, when they exchange stories and talk like the way they all used to. Shadow of what they were before the tragedy. Their way of coping with the sorrow that still looms over them. Though they never speak of it, they never speak of it, will never. Each of them know that his death is a wound that may never heal. They only can carry on. So was that actually the real, like, well, I guess it has to be because that means that the curse is gone, the mansion is burned down. Why did Ash have to die for that? Quick cue, why did Ash have to die for that? Wait, I need to read some, like... Okay. Okay. Yeah, so first, did Charlotte feel regret in the end? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if she felt regret in the end. Like, she felt regret in the same way that Luke felt regret. In the way that's like, oh, well, okay, I'm gonna die now because of the shitty things that I've done. You know? Like, she wrote a letter being like, help, the woman that I tortured. The woman that I tortured is gonna murder me. Help me. I don't give a shit if she felt regret for doing whatever she did. The only reason she would have felt regret is because she wants to save her own dumbass bitch-ass skin. Don't give a fuck about her. Same with Luke. Whatever. Like, the reason that everyone lived is because he died. That's good. But like, ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did Ash have to die for the true ending? And god, that was such a fucking sad ending compared to the other one. Remember when everyone was happy in the last one? That was great. Why did Ash have to die for that? I mean, I guess something must like happen in that room, I guess? I don't know. Like when Isabella's like, oh, it can't be the letter. Maybe it's just like, oh, it has to be. Whatever, I don't know. That's insane. Let me see if there's an after credits. God. But we did it. We got the true ending, I guess. Oh my god. So yeah, okay, wait. I'm reading some like... Okay. Alright, okay. Okay. Yeah. I just, ugh. Wait. Yeah. Oh my god. I can't believe that. Why did Ash have to die for that? And like, it's such a sad epilogue as well. Like, the other one was just like, everyone went on to do everything great with their lives. And that was good. They did everything they wanted to do. This was just like, oh yeah, they all did like what they wanted with their lives, but they all wish they were dead, I guess. I'm like, okay, okay.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care.
Also, this song is getting me a little bit. I did tear up. I did tear up that all of them fucking dedicate all of their things to Ash. Cause, oh my god. How dare you make me kill Ash? How dare you make me kill Ash? I'm still sad that Rebecca died. It was just the only thing that kind of like beams me up at the end was like that the shadow flickered from the maid to the lady. Like, is the ghost like both of them combined, maybe? For some reason? Like, no, that makes no sense. Like, why was okay. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you. That was it. Oh my god. That was it. Yeah, that was the true ending, because we didn't have to see that kid's neck get snapped again.
March winds and April showers make way for sweet May flowers, and then comes June and you. March winds